Hi, Jesse Cano from losethebackpain.com, and in this video I want to talk about spinal decompression. Hopefully you're familiar with it and the many benefits. In fact, it's probably one of the most effective physical treatments you can do for many types of back pain. If you're not familiar with it, be sure to go to our website and watch the other videos and read the articles about it so you can learn more. But if you are familiar with spinal decompression, you probably know that inversion therapy is one of the most common ways to try to accomplish the task using an inversion table. However, while inversion therapy is excellent, research proves that it's effective and millions of people have used it. What most people don't realize is there's an alternative, and the device here I have is called the Nubax. And the reason I created this video today is I want to show you the differences between the two, because we've been getting a lot of questions from readers and customers asking, well, I've read about inversion therapy and I've watched your videos, and now I see this other device, which one's right for me? Which do I choose? So the purpose of this video, again, is to show you or explain to you the differences between an inversion table and the Nubax. Okay, first we're going to talk about the pros and cons of the Nubax. First, let's start with the pros. Biggest difference between the Nubax and inversion is probably the ease of use. The Nubax is extremely easy to use. Unlike inversion therapy, where some people have a harder time using an inversion table because they don't feel comfortable upside down, or getting in and out of the inversion table and then actually getting to full inversion. Some people have a harder time with that. Again, not everybody, but just some people do. So the Nubax is extremely easy to use, easy to set up. You can put it together in just a few minutes by yourself. Another pro for the Nubax is you can control the amount of traction. So with inversion therapy, the amount of traction delivered is based on your body weight in large part, and again, gravity. Well, with the Nubax, you actually can control how much traction you place on your spine by how much you push forward. And again, you could see a demonstration of both the inversion table and the Nubax devices by watching the other videos on our website. But so easy to use, you control the amount of traction. There are fewer contraindications. For instance, with inversion therapy, many people with various eye conditions or joint replacements like hip replacements or knee replacements and some other issues, you can't do inversion therapy, where it's not advised in some cases. There are much fewer with the Nubax. Almost everybody can do or use the Nubax device. It's also smaller and lighter. So if you're going to be moving it around your home, or if you're going to be storing it, it's smaller, easier to store, it's lighter to move around, so that's obviously another advantage. Now, the one con that I do have to acknowledge, and it's an important one, is the Nubax does not decompress the cervical spine. So it's going to work great for your lower body, the lower back, the middle back, but once you talk about the upper back and neck, it's not going to do much there. For that, you're going to need to use inversion or some other form of traction. So let's go ahead and jump over now and talk about the inversion table pros and cons. Okay, now we're going to talk about the inversion table. Pros for the inversion table are it can decompress your entire spine from the sacrum and the lower spine all the way up to the head and neck and the cervical vertebrae. In addition, another benefit that it has is it also is going to decompress all of the joints from the ankle and the foot all the way up to the head and neck, as I said. So you're going to decompress the ankle joint, the knee joint, the hip joints, and the spine. So that's another positive that the Nubax does not have. Additional uses. What I mean by that is there are quite a few exercises you can perform on an inversion table when fully inverted that can strengthen your lower body, strengthen your hamstrings, your abdomen. You can do ab exercises. Back exercises, twisting and rotation. So there's these extra exercises that can be performed while using an inversion table, again, that you can't do on the Nubax. Additional benefits. And what I mean by additional benefits are when you're fully inverted on an inversion table, you have what's called lymph drainage. So a lot of the lymph that may be kind of trapped in your lower legs and lower body has a chance to drain back down to the center of your body where it can get processed and moved along the way it should be. So that's an additional benefit. Also, a lot of people find that they can really relax on an inversion table. And while you can relax on the Nubax just the same, some people find that they get into a really relaxed, almost like a meditative state when using an inversion table. So that's, again, viewed, in my opinion, as another pro or advantage. The con with the inversion therapy, as I discussed before, is there are a handful of people who cannot or should not, or it's at least not advised, to perform inversion therapy because of various conditions. Again, you can find a list of all these on our website, again, losethebackpain.com. One other thing which I mentioned before, I'll mention again, with the inversion table, some people feel uncomfortable going inverted, especially fully inverted. So if you're older, if you're 60, 70, 80 years old, you might find this challenging, though you might not, and I hope that you don't. But if by chance you do, the Nubax might be a better alternative for you. So I hope that you found this video helpful. Again, I wanted to try to explain the differences between the two devices. Again, I mentioned earlier, you can find demonstration videos on both of these devices, along with supporting material where you can learn more about decompression on our website. Again, our website is losethebackpain.com.